I hopped on here, edges ain't even done. Hold on. Oh, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you my current foundation routine. I'm going to show you how to get a flawless, full coverage base, okay, with no cake. All right, honey? So let's just hop in and get started. So my number one tip for avoiding the cake face when going for full coverage is to use a lot of like face spray, whether it be a setting spray or just like a hydrating mist or something, because it really helps break up the not break up the products, but like helps it like sink into your skin, like helps the makeup sink in like skin. So I've been using the Magic Collection Rose Water Hydrating Mist a lot. It's almost done. It's just a hydrating mist, honestly. Anything will do. Anything that you like will do. If you like the setting spray, whatever. Anything you like will do. I use that as my initial little base. Then next is primer. Depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I will go for the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Mattifying Primer, which mattifies and controls oil, or I will use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in Dewy. Just depending on what I'm looking for. This definitely gives you a lot more glam kind of a look, and of course this is more dewy, so you look more fresh face. It depends on what you're going for, but both of these are great. I think today I'm gonna go for dewy. I just feel like being dewy, so I'm just gonna put some of this on my skin and blend it in. This is the Wet n Wild one is one of my favorite dewy primers, just for the fact that it adds illumination to the skin, but it doesn't look like you chucked glitter on your skin. For example, the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer literally looks like you put glitter all over your face, so it's really intense. This is really like a soft illumination to the face. Alright, for foundation, I am obsessed with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. It's perfect, it's full coverage, it's long lasting. Honestly, it's great. If you guys don't have it by now, what are you doing? Please go buy this right now. And I'm in the shade Sienna, so I'm just going to apply this all over my face. I personally use the e.l.f. foundation bluffing brush. Ever since I got this, I have not gone back to my sponge because I feel like this gives me the most coverage. The sponge is cute. She's cute. She really tries, but sometimes I feel like it picks up more product than it's putting down. And if you're trying to go for full coverage, the brush, in my opinion, is the way to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all over my face. I usually start by putting the foundation on one of these foundation painting brushes and dotting it all over my face and then buffing it in. That was about half a pump. I use half a pump to a full pump depending on how much coverage I want, because like I said, this foundation is full coverage. So of course, if you need a little bit more, use the whole full pump. If you're like me, you don't need that much, use half a pump. If do whatever fits you. I'm just gonna buff this in now. I switch back and forth between patting and swirling motions, but I mostly try and do patting motions to get the most coverage out of my foundation. I usually spray again. I try to spray between every face application, like in between foundation, then concealer, then cream, then powder, or like every other. So I might do it now and then not do it again till I get to my cream contour and then do it again after powder. Just depends, but spraying often, like I said, really helps everything just blend in seamlessly. So I'm gonna give myself a few more spritz. I'm nearly running out of this product. This might be the last use. like to fan a little bit. For concealer right now, I've been obsessed with the Milani Retouch and Raise Light Lifting Concealer. I just got this on a whim because I was trying to hit like a minimum for free shipping. And I've been obsessed with it ever since. I have it in the color Honey. Blends really nicely. It has a really nice medium to full coverage. For this, I use the Flawless Concealer Brush. Honestly, guys, ever since Sky Asanyabi, I'm gonna put her @ name on here. I'm sorry if I butchered that. She's the one who convinced me to ditch sponges and go for brushes, and I've never looked back, to show shout out to her. So I'm gonna use that to blend it out. I just put some, I'm really light-handed with concealer, y'all. I really don't love like a lot of under eye concealer. I just do enough to brighten and shape my face. So I'm gonna put it under my eyes, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my forehead, because my forehead is not that big and I don't like it looking like, it gets out of hand if I put too much up there. And just, then I usually bring it down around here just to help even up and highlight, you know, my face. This looks like a lot, but really I just took the little that I squeezed and kind of spread it around with this applicator. And I try not to take it too far out this way. Everybody's face shape is different, but if I find that when I take my concealer all the way back to my hairline, it doesn't really, it kind of makes my face look weird. So I try to stop by the eyebrow. So to blend the edges to make sure it's all smooth, it is pretty smooth. There isn't too much of a line, but just to be sure, I take the foundation brush and go just around the edges to make sure that everything blends together seamlessly. And then of course I'm gonna spray again. I'm gonna take, I have really been getting into powder lately. Before I was like, no, powder looks so cakey, it looks so nasty, blase, 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 blah. Powder, when you use it right, is the truth, okay? I am a believer. I'm never going back. I love powder. When you learn how to use it right, this is what really stepped my foundation game up. I'm just going back in under the eyes a little bit because it looks a little unblended. So I'm gonna take my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. A lot of people don't like this powder, but I really do. You do have to be kind of light-handed with it. But I just think it looks so flawless under the eyes. And I'm going to take this Jessup tapered highlighter brush. Whatever fluffy brush that you have that you like works here. Actually, I'm going to take the e.l.f. small tapered brush. This one's a little bit more fluffy. And I'm just going to tap it in here lightly and then tap off all that excess. I really don't want too much powder. And then I'm going to set under my eye with light patting motions. So good. Honestly, I love this powder. Love it. So if you were gonna do cream contour, now would be the time to do so. I don't really feel like doing cream contour today. I'm just gonna do powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face. This is new, I believe. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose setting powder. I have it in deep. Yeah, please get this powder. They don't have that many shades. They might have more online. But from what I saw, there was like 3 shades, like light, medium, deep. If the deep would fit for you, go get this. This powder is magnificent. So I'm just gonna take this powder brush. I don't know where this is from. I think it's from Jasmine LaBelle, Jasmine LaRose, I don't know, some random set that I have. I'm gonna dip it in here. Again, tap all that excess off. I'm very, you saw powder? I'm very light-handed when it comes to powder. And then I'm just gonna dust it all over my face. That one will do for me. Just that one little tap in there. This is so weird, but I really like the motion of sweeping powder on my face. Like, it's really relaxing for me. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Moving on to contour. I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in Mahogany, and this is what I'm going to use to bronze, contour my face a bit. I'm gonna take the Jessup Dual Fiber Powder Brush and contour how you normally would, basically. But depending on like how glam I'm trying to get, depends on how much contour I do. Usually I'll go in with the cream and then go on with the powder bronzer on top. But today I'm feeling kind of light-handed, just light makeup. So I'm just doing the powder and I'm not doing too much. I'm just really taking my time to blend it in. If you are someone who wears blush, go ahead and apply it now. I don't really like blush, it's not my thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and spray again. This should be, this is about the final spray, I believe. And wave the face down. So now we're gonna do a highlighter. I've been really obsessed with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid highlighter. I have it in the shade Gilded Glow. I just put a few drops, blend it out with my finger, and then put some powdered highlight on top of it, and it just makes me look radiant, honestly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm going to put the Ulta Baked Bronzer in Radiance on top of it. You guys have seen this. I use this highlighter. I use this highlighter every day. It's like my go-to no matter what I'm wearing for the most part. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. This stuff smells like syrup. It smells so good. Alright, I usually spray here again. I'm extra, y'all. I really love spraying my face. I think that's all my spray bottle has to give. Alright, and that's it for this flawless foundation routine. Alright, there you go. You guys can see that is it for my face makeup. This is how I do my base now on a regular basis, and I find that it looks really good in photos and in person. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to see new videos in your inbox every week. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.